Hello and welcome back. We're going to get a little bit deeper into navigating around the hierarchy here, but before we do, I wanted to touch quickly on actual configuration. Like, say you enter into config, how do you make sure other people can't overwrite your configuration? There's a couple tools you can use. When you type in configuration, you've got some options here. If you just type configure, multiple people can log in, they can commit, their commits can overlap with each other. They can get a little gross. If you want to know what users are on, you can do show system login. User, excuse me. Oh, no, show system users. Sorry, got that wrong. If you want to clear them out, you got to do show system login or request clear, whatever. We'll get into that maybe in another video. Anywho, I'm the only one logged in, but that's how you do it to check. But you might also have like Ansible or other systems that are constantly doing stuff, or you might be running something like Puppet that is going to undo your stuff. You can do config exclusive, and that'll make sure that nobody else can come into your configuration mode and make changes until you commit and leave. We also have configure private. That just sort of gives you a first come first serve. The first person to commit, their changes are made. And if there's another person in there that's made changes, theirs get dumped and they have to do them all over again. So with that, let's talk about getting around the configuration hierarchy. So if you wanted to move into a section of the hierarchy, you can either use the term edit, think of it like as a change directory, and you can move into one level, or you can move into that those levels as far as you want. So if you do a show interfaces, I like using this because it's pretty easy for people to understand. You can kind of see the hierarchy. There's interfaces, there's, then we have a list of the interfaces, then we have the unit numbers, which is the logical interfaces, then we have the configuration, whether it's Ethernet switching, which is layer 2, or family iNet, which would be layer 3. I can immediately go into that as deep as I want. So if I do edit interfaces, then I can do a GE, and I'm using tab here to autocomplete, and then I can do a unit, 0, and I do a question mark, and it'll actually show me what my options are. If you have a part of the hierarchy that doesn't exist right now and you use edit, like if I were to do edit interface shared with, that would actually create that part of the configuration hierarchy. So just make sure if you're trying to get to something that's already there to take a look at it, just make sure you know where you're going to land. Because if I do a show here, I'm not going to see anything. Now to get back, I can type the word top. Top will actually take me to the top of the configuration hierarchy immediately, just right back to the root. I could type the word up. Up will take me back one click. So in this case, it'll take me back to unit 0. You can see that here, and I can do show. You can see that it's complaining that I did that interface shared with because it created that part of the configuration, but I didn't give it any of the configuration it needs to function properly. So we'll go ahead and delete it. If I were to type the word, let's see, up, exit, that'll actually take you back to where you started your edit command. And this one's a little bit harder to explain, but let's say if I said edit interfaces, and then from edit interfaces I said edit GE-000 unit 0 family Ethernet switching. Hello, there you go. All right, if I would type up right now, it will take me to unit 0. If I type top right now, it'll take me back to the root. And if I type exit, it'll take me back to where I was when I put this edit command in to begin with. See? Everybody gets a sense of how this works and how it navigates the hierarchy in their own way. I rarely use the word exit unless I'm using leaving the configuration. I'm usually using up, or I'm usually just doing my set commands as strings. So you can pretty much show and edit and move around anywhere in this configuration you like. Similar to Linux, where you can change directory. You don't have to go back to the root to change directory to get into a specific part of the configuration hierarchy. Again, it's practice makes perfect, and you'll get your own sort of method for doing this. There's no wrong way as long as the work's getting done. That's it for navigating, basics of navigation. Next video, I don't know, actually. I got to scroll through some of the curriculum and see what I want to hit. Talk to you soon.